Hey everyone, I'm Candace.
I'm Latoya.
And I'm Sherelle.
And we are Sistas Unscripted.
Thank you so much for joining us.
We are completely unscripted, where we talk about all the things, all the shit, whatever we want, from the eyes of Black sisters. So stay and kick it with us.
Let's get into it.
Hello, sisters.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. How about you guys?
It's another day. What did they say? Another day, another dollar.
Another day, another dollar, or another day above ground is a good day.
Yes, amen to that. How's everyone been doing this week in particular, though? Anything interesting happening? Any funny updates or stories, or just an update? Anything going on?
Sherelle, still alive.
Sherelle says she's still alive. That's fair. That's a very good update because we want you alive. So
yes,
that's fantastic. Have you been to anywhere interesting lately with flying?
Nah, I was in Virginia for a little bit. Guess that was cool. I'm not too stoked about the hotel that we have. It's not a bad hotel. It just reminds me of Insidious, the first Insidious. So, I mean, I watch a lot of scary movies, so anything can be a scary movie for me. But one of the pilots invited the flight attendants to go out, and we had appetizers and drinks, and so that was very kind of him. And yeah, it was international. Is it international? I don't know, but Flight Attendants Day, so that was pretty cool. I mean, I didn't do anything. There was stuff that the bases had done, but I didn't have time to go to any of the bases. So, yeah.
Well, happy Flight Attendants Day, whenever that was. That's awesome. I didn't know that was a thing, because if I would have known, I would have posted it on the page.
Nah, it's fine. It's not a big deal.
I think it's awesome. It's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool, but I mean, it's not like it's my birthday, you know.
Okay.
No, I do.
What about you, Toy?
I do think that's cool. And also, did y'all blow up his credit card? Because I hope you did. I mean, if someone offers, then I guess, to be truthful, I'd probably be very like, it's not my money. I'm going to get like a little thing and then like, I'm good. But in my dreams of dreams, I would be like, okay, you said you're going to pay. Let's go. But no, especially because like he was a brother, you know what I mean? So, I mean, yes, he offered, but I do not in good conscience feel okay with going willy-nilly on the orders. So it was half off appetizers, so I stuck to appetizers. I just ordered one appetizer and it was $2 off drinks, and I ordered one beer. So it was cool. I can't say that for my other crew members. And which is fine. Whatever, you know what I mean? Like, they do what they do. But it was a good time. That's why I miss living in Denver, because they're happy hours. So when I didn't have my show, we had Mondays that were dark, which means we didn't have a show on Monday. For the folks that don't know what that means in the acting world or the theater world. And since I lived downtown, or where I was housed at was downtown, I could just walk to 16th Street, which is like 16th Street Mall. And there was this one place where I would go, not all the time, but I would go sometimes. My dear friend was visiting from Utah to come see the show, and we hung out. And I was like, it's Monday. I had the day off. Let's go like get litty. So we went to happy hours, like my first real happy hour. And it was on them drinks. I had like Cosmopolitans, and they were like $4. And they were good pours, and they were good drinks. And we got not drunk, but we had so many drinks that homie, he's going to kill me. But I'm sorry, this is so side tangent, but you're going to laugh. So we had so many cocktails that he was like, Latoya, and I said, yeah, what's up? And he was like, I think I can hit the Mariah Carey notes. And I was like, I mean, anything's possible.
Exit, do not pass go.
I said, anything's possible. He goes, I'm going to try it right now. And I was like, we are in a restaurant. And he goes, ha!
like dead ass, so loud. And I kid you not, he was like, don't look, don't look. And everybody just slow turned and looked at our table. And he was like, just pretend it didn't happen. And I'm dying of laughter because I was like, no, boo, it happened. And everyone's looking at us. He goes, are they really? I said, absolutely. And we just like burrowed into our drinks and I could not stop laughing. It's one of my favorite stories in the world.
That is hilarious. It actually
Yeah.
reminds me of when we went to T-Mobile, and we may have talked about this already on the pod. I don't know if we did, but when we went to go get your guys' upgrades and stuff, and Sherelle undid the charger, and it says clearly on there, it says alarm, and all of a sudden it goes, and everybody goes, shoom.
Mind you, we're the only black people in this store. Okay.
That part. And so, of course, a lot of us use comedy or humor as a way to not feel embarrassed or, to avoid trauma. So I don't remember exactly what I said, but I was like, it's okay, everyone. We're fine. She just didn't know that it said alarm on it. We're good. Go back to your regularly scheduled programming. And the T-Mobile agent did his thing and turned it off, and that was history. So that's funny that it just reminded me of that.
It's so, I mean, I love those random times.
I love the confidence. That's for sure.
Sometimes those good drinks can make you feel like you can fly. And I would
Liquid
just tell
courage.
people, liquid courage. And if you think you can do what you think you can do, and that liquid courage is giving you the encouragement to do it, don't. Slow your roll and just don't do it. Or do it, and it will forever be a comedy moment in your life that you'll look back at, hopefully fondly, or it will be embarrassing. Either way, it's a great story.
That is a great story. Oh my gosh, I would have loved to be a fly on the wall or just be myself being there, just laughing. But how are you though, sis Latoya? Anything new going on?
Is there? Not really. Just like really, really busy at work. I will say though, I had a tarot reading this last Sunday from my
Do
dear
tell.
friend. We just talked a lot about career and about, connection and relationship and the universe and things to look out for and things to pay attention to. And it was really fun because my friend, who is a tarot reader, she's like, she asked me, or we haven't seen each other in a while. And so it was really lovely to kind of catch up for a little bit and then just continue talking and stuff. But she's really great. She's really, really great because we met at the bookstore years ago, and it was just, she always reads brilliantly and always catches things. She's like, is this happening right now? And I'm like, girl, how do you know this? It's that on point every single time. So that was really, really fun. And, writing, I'm writing currently with a friend of mine who's a local playwright and screenplay writer and actor and a really close friend of mine. So just, if I'm not on stage, I'm trying to like continue to craft and build and create some art, hopefully. So things are good. What about you?
Honestly, there's not much going on around here other than just typical regular working life and mom life. I've had the last couple of weekends without the kids, so I miss them, but it's been nice being able to get some extra things done around the house that have needed to be done, extra cleaning and things. But over the weekend, this past weekend, one of the days, I always try to fill my time with so many things, and that's something I'm really trying to learn to pull back on because I'm trying to I'm realizing and I'm trying to understand more that just filling your time with things doesn't equal productivity, and it's not always healthy. So Saturday, I literally did nothing, which was nice. I need to do more of that with some balance because there's still a lot of things that need to be done. But it's all good. So, but that's pretty much what's going on with me. But with that said, let's get into the topic. I wanted to talk about music and movies. So, I have been seeing a lot of things lately where there's videos talking about music, particularly with millennials. And I would say probably Gen X as well.
but particularly millennials, where we grew up listening and singing songs that we had no business listening to or singing. So I wanted to talk about that. And my first question to both of you is, what song do you remember mom or dad playing around us that we had absolutely no business hearing or listening to in the car, or just in general? Sure, I want to start with you.
I don't know if mom and dad ever played it, but I'm sure it was on the radio. But R. Kelly. R. Kelly is a big one, but specifically the bump and grind song. However, I didn't know that it was bump and grind. I thought it was I don't see nothing wrong living in this world of mine. I don't see nothing wrong. And I was like, I don't see anything wrong because he's just living in this world of mine. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
So I didn't know that it was, with a little bump and grind. And I was like, oh shit.
So what did you think when he started saying, my mind's telling me no, but my body? Do you remember that part? I hated when that part came on. I was like, no. Do you remember that part?
It was the telling me yes.
My good friend Nanya, love her to death. I would sing that to her all the time.
But with
And
the
then,
with the little life of mine.
well, no, I knew that they were the same song, but I don't sing it together. So in my mind, they're separate, but I know it's the same song. So
Okay.
anyway, Nanya's gonna hear this and then she's gonna text me and she'll be like, "My mind's telling me no," because like when he says "telling me no," it's weird. It's weird to me. Like it's not on. It lacks rhythm. My mind's telling me no. Like you know what I mean? Like it's weird. Anyway, that's definitely a song that now that I know the lyrics, definitely should not have been listening to that, or like the Lollipop song by Lil Wayne. I literally thought that we were just talking about lollipops. The Elevator by Flo Rida. Yeah, I literally
it's
thought we were
Rida.
just talking. Yeah, I literally just thought we were talking about elevators. And it was my friend Brittany. She's like, "Girl, do you not know what an elevator is?"
Wait,
And I'm
how does
like,
that one
"Yeah."
go?
What?
I still don't
How
know
does that one
either.
go? I don't remember that song.
She's riding on my elevator, something like that. It's one of his popular songs.
I actually don't know if I've heard that one now I think about it, but I'm also really bad at, like, if I hear it, then I'm like, oh, I remember that. But like, just
Yeah.
in context right now, I'm like,
Wait,
but
what's the lollipop one? I bet I remember that one, but I don't remember right now.
She licked me like a lollipop.
Oh, right.
oh, you're
Yeah.
like,
Oh, I love it. They're just having a nice lollipop that you get at the store.
no, for
Honestly,
real though.
when I was hearing that, I was thinking of those lollipops that you get from like Nickelcade after you throw in some good tickets. Yeah. So that's literally what was going through my mind when I was listening to that song. And
That's
then it
funny that you
wasn't.
say that, because I have a quick story that's kind of related, but it's not like for childhood. So one of my old jobs, not the job I have now, but the job I had prior, this was before I was in HR, I believe. And I was talking to one of my coworkers at the time, and we were talking about one of Beyonce's songs. And what song was it? I think it was the song with I think it's Ape Shit, I think. She said something about vitamin D, and I kid you not, I I kid you not, I thought she was talking about vitamin D, like the sun. And my why you don't be looking at me like that?
No, I'm not looking at you any type of way. I get it.
Yeah,
I
and
think the same
so,
thing.
but the guy, he laughed and he's like, "Oh, you're so innocent." He's like, "You really don't know what that means?" And then, like, I found out that day. And then
Wait,
everything
what do you
started making
mean that
sense.
you found out that day?
Oh,
No, meaning he told me. He told me what it meant.
I just gotta make sure, for the people
Girl.
out there.
Girl, that's so funny because I wasn't even going there.
I mean,
Damn.
okay, homies out there, when you listen to this, did you go there? I was just clearing the air.
No, I get it. But then the same dude told me, because at the time, he had a son and a daughter. And he had told me at one point he didn't want his daughter to be a loose keyhole, but he wanted his son to experience all the keyholes. I'm like, how does that make sense? Okay, I can't with you. I'm done. I'm done with this conversation. I was like, what a double standard.
A keyhole? That just sounds not even right.
I know. He was like, I don't want everyone, he's like, I don't want my daughter being a loose keyhole. but yet you're okay with your son unlocking all the doors?
He must be playing too much Kingdom Hearts.
Oh my gosh.
See, I don't like those double standards.
No, for real. But that's another episode.
That is an
But
episode.
Toy,
Yeah.
I want to ask you, what do you remember? What song do you remember mom or dad playing in the car, or just in general, that we didn't have any business listening to as kids?
Well, I did think of the R. Kelly song playing and being so uncomfortable, because I did understand what was being said. And I was like, oh no, I don't want to hear dad belting that song in the car, because I just don't want to hear that. And this one, and y'all gonna be like, yep, the feel a little poke coming through on you. Oh, you're perfect, but girl, whatever that song is, you know what
Yep.
I wanna do. That song, yeah.
Is that R. Kelly?
No, I
No,
forget
that's
what-
next. That's next.
That's right. That would come on the radio all the time. It was the 90s bop, and Dad would be blasting that song too. And I remember hearing, because as a good song does, you listen to the beats, right? The beats, and it has a nice groove to it, and you kind of like bobbing. And then finally, after you're like, oh, I love this song, it has like a nice groove. And then you start to go, what is it saying? And I remember in the car finally listening and being like, oh no, oh no. And I was like, no, I don't want to hear this anymore. And then there was one more too. It was like, oh, peaches and cream. I was
Yeah. I haven't heard that song in forever.
Yeah, that song, when it finally clicked, I went, oh no. I thought they were talking about just some ice cream, but I didn't know it was that kind of other thing.
Not that kind of ice cream.
Mm-mm. Yeah. Yep.
Ugh.
So many times just listening to that being belted, I was just like, ugh, can we go back to I don't know, Michael Jackson?
See, right? The songs that it had some of that in it, but it was classily done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
I was like,
I can't deny though, when I was younger, I appreciate it now, but Keep It in the Closet, that song, I was like, this is
I still can't listen to that song. I still can't listen to that song. It's not my favorite. I love you, MJ, but
I mean, it's a great song. It's just,
it is a great song, but it's just one of those songs. It's a skip for me. And I think it's tied to childhood. Hearing it,
for sure.
Hearing Dad listen to it, and I was just like, it just made me feel weird.
Something about you, baby, that makes me want to give it to you. I was like, give you what? A hug, some candy.
Not a hug.
A ride to Neverland.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I guess that would be something different.
Oh
but
my goodness.
yeah, those
That's
are the
crazy.
songs that come to mind. Ugh.
I totally thought of the Bump and Grind one as well. That was number one. But also, when I really started thinking about it, I also did a little bit of research too, to kind of see what other millennials or just other kids around our time were listening to as well. Color Me Bad.
I think it was I Wanna Sex You Up. Do you remember that one?
Oh yeah, I have that on
Yep.
my list. I
Yep.
wanna sex you up. Ooh. It's such a good song though.
I mean, it is a good song, but it's still like, as a kid, hearing it around your parents,
Yeah.
awkward.
Yeah, but
You
what
know
does
what I
that
mean?
even mean though? Like, what does that even mean? Like, I know what
What
you're
do you
trying
mean?
to imply now that I'm older. Obviously, I know what you're trying to imply, but like, you want to.
We were
What
innocent,
does that
but we
even
weren't that
mean? Like,
innocent.
you can't sex someone up. That's crazy.
Wait, what?
I'm sure there's thousands of people that would beg to differ on that with
Yeah.
you.
I mean, nah, that doesn't even make sense. Anyway, keep going.
Also Salt and Peppa's Let's Talk About Sex, Baby.
Oh,
Let's talk
yeah.
about you and me. I mean, that's a bop too, but also not in front of your parents. Mm-mm. Also, Boys to Men, I'll Make Love to You. Oh, just the cringe. Just the
It's just not a good
cringe.
song. It's just
Oh,
not a good song.
It is a good song.
it is a
No,
good
it's
song.
not.
It's funny because now I think about that song because we used it in a retelling of Romeo and Juliet, and we sing like a snippet of that song when Romeo and Juliet are about to get down, and Romeo sings the "Close your eyes, make a wish," but then when we did it this year, and I played Tybalt, and of course I'm like, the only Black person in this show this time around, and I'm the only one who knows the part of the song. And so when we were in rehearsal, when he was singing it, I kind of like went up to him and was like, they're like, we're keeping that in the show.
It's awesome.
So,
That's brilliant. I
I
love
think
it.
it's a good song, but yeah, when you're younger and you're hearing that, I'm like, I don't want you to make nothing for me except pizza and some ice cream.
Right. Thank you. Thank you.
Wait. I got one more song. Can I say
Okay.
one more song? Okay.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
remember that butterfly song?
Oh, come, my baby. Come, my lady. You're my butterfly. Sugar. Baby.
Everyone loved that song. And it wasn't until the recent years when I re-listened to it, I was like, oh shit. But I love that song still. It's good. That played on all the time on 94.9 ZHT.
I remember.
There wasn't there like a countdown or something like that every day
yeah.
or every weekend or
Yep.
something like that.
At 9
And
o'clock.
we would try to get it in like the top whatever.
Yep.
Anyway, we would call
I
it all
remember
the
when we
time.
would when Michael Jackson released "You Are Not Alone." I remember we always called to get that one to be number one. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
You are not alone. You're not alone.
But see, here's my question. I don't know what that, I mean, I know the song, but what the hell are they talking about? I guess I missed something with that song.
It's not talking about a butterfly, Sherelle.
Why did you make me think of that that stupid video of the Jeopardy episode where it's like, it's not Jeopardy, it's Wheel of Fortune where
Wheel
the
of
guy's like,
Fortune?
yes, where he's like, put it in the butt. When you're like, it ain't talking about that or whatever you said. It reminded me
Oh
of
my gosh, I just saw that again this last week and I died. And the lady behind was like, oh.
Anyway, sorry, Sherelle. What is it about?
I believe it's talking about fellatio.
Listen, they be ruining all the songs. Like, just say what you gonna say. But
Because
also,
the
you know
legs
what?
of the butterfly.
Oh no.
Come, my lady, come, my lady, you my butterfly, sugar, baby.
Thank
Yo,
you.
my lady.
I asked for it, and so
You're
now
my pretty baby. Yo. Oh, he says, you my pretty baby, I'll make your legs shake, you make me go crazy. That's why I thought he was talking about. Yeah.
I didn't realize that lyric was in there.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Well, ruined. Still a good song though.
I remember them playing that song and like some of the other songs, like the thong. No, I don't think they played the thong song. But that song and like Too Close, they played those. I remember at the school dances. Like a dancing real close, but really like everyone was all dancing like this, looking like Frankenstein.
on you as like this. Oh no, I made eye contact. Can't look at you.
I wanted to. It doesn't necessarily, like I was saying, have to be songs that were inappropriate for us to listen to when we were growing up. But what are some songs that instantly take you guys back to childhood? Toy, let's start with you.
Oh, anything Michael Jackson, obviously, always takes me back to my childhood instantly. What song was it when I was listening? I was like, oh my gosh, it's like I could smell um like springtime, and I could taste the dry ass pasta noodles that we would eat, or the ramen. Like,
That's funny.
it's like very
You said that and
sensory,
I just had that taste.
right? And like when we would put sugar and like the packet to make it like this, I guess that's a specialty now, but I
The
thought
sugar
we were
water?
being, yeah, no, we put like remember how we put like sugar with the packets, the salt packets, and eat it? Yeah,
I do
girl.
not remember that.
I do, because I could taste it right now. I'm talking about it. But no, Michael Jackson for sure. Oh, and I'm just trying to think of like other this one always does. I just wanna fly. Put your arms around me,
Sugar
baby.
Ray.
Arms around me, baby. That always takes me back.
Just want to fly.
Yeah, that's a good song.
It was
That's a good
fun. Like,
song.
it's like
I
summer.
remember having one of their albums and I was like,
This
I
ain't
love that
good.
album.
I mean, it's good. Oops.
I can't remember what album it was, but it was the one that had Someday on it. Someday when I none and pass you
Yeah.
by. That one.
The-
And wonder why you were
You were
always there for me.
Yeah, I remember that
Yes.
song too. I'm having a flashback. You know what other song is? Grooves in the
Oh,
Heart.
that's a good one.
Grooves in the Heart. Grooves in the
I
Heart.
used to think he said Eskimo.
That's funny.
That should be an episode of lyrics of songs that we sang that we thought had different lyrics than what they actually are, because I have a ton.
Like Sherelle's.
Yeah.
I don't see nothing wrong in this
Wrong
little,
with
what
the
was it?
little life of mine.
Living in this world of mine.
Oh,
I don't see nothing wrong. It makes sense.
Didn't, but I love it for you.
Yeah,
as
but
a
like it
kid,
goes
that
along.
makes sense. That's hilarious. But
That's
when you really
amazing.
listen to all the lyrics as a
Ooh.
kid, though, no.
One more,
What,
and then
Troy?
I'll be like, I'm gonna toss the ball over to one of y'all. That's a bar. Pass the ball over to y'all. Anyway, ba da 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 da.
Oh yeah,
Baby, I don't wanna kiss on the rose.
Yeah,
on
but
the
do you
grave.
know what that song was for?
Batman,
Which Batman?
Batman Forever. Don't play with me, girl.
Which one is that?
That one is with Val Kilmer. Okay. Girl, don't mess with me. I know my Batman shit. Okay. Thank you very much. Trying to trivia me. Because that's one of my favorite. He's the best Bruce Wayne. Besides
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton back in them days. But I love that. I remember we would listen, okay, back to the 94.9 ZHC, that whole countdown of like the best songs or whatever. That was one that we would listen to in the dark and just dance and sing the song. Like we're in the Batman movies, because we're like obsessed with that music video, remember? And then the breakdown, I've been kissed by a rose on the ground. I've
Yes.
been kissed. Ugh, it was my favorite. I would close my eyes and be like, if I should
Like you're
fly.
flying.
Yeah, love that song. Seal. Want to fly like an eagle. Anyway, what about
That is
y'all?
a good song. Sherelle, you're next.
Can I play it?
Not for very long, only a little bit.
I know.
We don't want to be getting sued.
Don't sue us. We're three girls from Utah. You can send
We
us money
can't
though.
be sued.
Support Black. Thank you.
That's right.
Ready? It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Power have to soar. Ranges up for more. I don't know the lyrics, I'll be honest, but I know this part. Go, go, Power Rangers! Go, go, Power Rangers!
Do, 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 do.
Go, go, Power
Go, go,
Rangers!
Power Rangers.
That's my favorite. It's my favorite theme song of the Power Rangers. It's Dio.
I wish you would have done, you know how you used to be like, Dave got a power.
Oh my gosh, that's a good one. But I can't find it. I can't find it online
I gotta
to
find
play
that
it.
video of you singing that song because that was hilarious. I think I have a video.
They've got a power mega force that you never seen before. So good.
Is there any other songs that really remind you of our childhood other than that?
Probably Captain Planet. That hits me in the feels.
That's a good
Like that hurts
that was a good
me
show.
because I can never get my childhood back. So when I play it, it gets in the deep feels where I'm just like, oh man, that fucking sucks. But also like earth, fire, wind, water, home.
Go Planet!
It's good. Have you guys
As our
heard
powers combined.
did you guys hear the theory of the Magic School Bus kids grew up to be the Captain Planet kids?
I did
Pretty
hear
good,
that. And I was
huh?
like, that actually makes sense.
It makes a
It
lot of
checks
sense.
out. Checks out.
I
Okay.
am surprised, Sherelle, that you didn't include how does it go? Dee da 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 dee da ooh, da.
I don't know what song that
Mortal
is.
Kombat. The end credits.
Oh, are you talking about the movie?
Yes.
Girl, you gotta show up more show up.
I was hoping y'all could like start singing with me, but I'm
No,
only
at
one
that
voice.
point it's gonna be dun 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 dun.
Oh yeah, I forget. I'm the
Wait.
sentimental one where I'm like,
Kombat!
I like
Dun
the
dun 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 dun. She's all thinking like it's an opera over here. And I'm like, what
But
in
it
the
is.
fuck are
It's
you
the part where
singing?
the brother's like, I'll see you in another life or whatever, and he leaves, and then he's like, it's time to go home, and then it has that beautiful song that plays at the end.
Of course, Toy would know the very beautiful part because that's just how her brain lives and her
I mean,
spirit.
yeah, I know what she's talking about, but man, that's not it with Mortal Kombat. It's the opening.
All right. Well,
That's
I'm not
so
mad
funny.
at you though. I'm not mad.
I need to hear it again though because that's the part, like the part that Sherelle's saying is the part that I would know most. But I'd have to hear it again. What the pretty stuff that you sang, Toy.
you know what? When
Yes.
we're done, when we're closing out, I'll play a little snippet of it when I get my phone because my phone's on the other side.
Okay.
What about you, Ken?
Pretty much anything Phil Collins.
But like, which one though? There's so many good ones.
There was stuff when he was part of
Genesis.
what was when he was part of Genesis. I remember Dad playing a lot of his stuff. All I can think of is
in the air?
I can't remember which one. In the air tonight. That definitely that for sure. Easy Lover. What was the dun, 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 dun,
I love that one.
That one.
Yeah.
I remember that one. There was a ton, but Phil Collins for sure. Hall & Oates, but particularly "You're a Rich Girl and You've Gone Too Far and You Know It Don't Matter Any." And I remember thinking because I heard that song on the radio and they said "bitch" and I was like, oh, they said that on the radio. I know, but I was like, they said that on the radio.
Yeah.
And for the longest time, I didn't realize. For the longest time, I was like, are they saying bitch? Or are they saying she's a rich girl and you've gone too far, but you know it don't matter anyway. You can rely on a... Wait, it's a...
Yeah.
No, it had to always be...
on
It's
the old man's money. You can rely
it's a bitch
on
girl.
It's a bitch girl. And you know...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you know out of the rain, man, it's easy. But Hall & Oates for sure. And then MJ, obviously MJ, but mostly Off the Wall because we did Club MJ. So that was top tier. Looking back,
what was the wildest song that was casually played around us? And we probably maybe touched on this a little bit, but I'll answer first, but I'd probably say like some of the songs we already talked about, like the Color Me Bad, I Want to Sex You Up, that stuff. The R. Kelly stuff. There was Genuine, Pony.
Yeah. Don't fall
That
in.
one was, and also LL Cool J's Doing It.
Yeah.
Doing it and doing it and doing it well.
Well, you can't do that song without the accent.
Dun,
Doing
dun,
it, doing
dun,
it,
dun,
doing
dun,
it
dun,
well.
dun. Yeah, there was so many songs. Remember the song, teeny weeny, eeny weeny, little, short, man, don't want.
Yes.
That song, that was one of those songs, and this could be like another question. Like, it was one of those songs that I didn't realize what they were talking about until I got older, and I was like, I just thought it was just one of those fun songs, like won't that is, won't that is. That's a dirty song.
Oh, I just thought,
Listen to the
oh,
lyrics. Yeah,
oh, damn.
yeah, from Tag Team. Is there any other songs on that list?
I
Oh,
can't think of a song, but I'm going to go into a show. I think the wildest show that was ever played when we were younger was Ren and Stimpy. That was a disgusting, foul, perverted show. And
That show was crazy, and it was
I
for
can't believe
kids.
it's played. Yeah. 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 It's disgusting.
Totally.
There's a part too. I don't know if this is I feel this was before Spike TV got it. So Nickelodeon, but there is a part where Stimpy, I believe Stimpy is the aggressive rat, something like that, and then Ren is the red dude. But Stimpy had a saw on, and it gives a idea that it's his little whatchamacallit. And then Ren is bending over and he's in the back and he's got wood on his back. And so Ren is like like just pounding, right? And then once when the wood is cut in half, Ren he lets out some like relieving motion, and then Ren freaks out too, and then the saw instead of it being stiff, it goes limp. And I'm like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
You know what that reminds me of? Do you remember when the Little Mermaid back in the day had
Had the
the
penis.
on the cover, and then the priest who was marrying them, I don't think it has it
Oh
anymore,
yeah.
but he had his little willy come out and it went back in. Do you remember
yes.
that?
Yeah.
He's like, dearly beloved.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but you know what's interesting? I never even picked up on any of that until somebody said something to me.
See, I was the bad friend. Actually, you're welcome, friends. I remember being at a sleepover and being like, we had to watch Little Mermaid and we had to watch Aladdin because I have to show you some things. And we're eating Now and Laters. I'll never forget it. Now and Laters. And I'm like, okay, on this part, this thing happens. And she saw it and she was like, oh, and then we could not stop laughing and we kept rewinding it and watching it and laughing until we were drooling the candy because we were laughing so hard. And then of course Aladdin, where it had like the oh shit, the Apu says, and then take off your
Take off your
clothes, and
clothes.
then there was like another one or something like that. We just were dying as kids. Cause like honestly, here's the thing. We might have missed a lot of things, or maybe we knew a little bit more than maybe other kids, but we thought it was hilarious. We weren't trying to interact or take it any more than serious than
sure.
what it was. And so that's why I think it's such a funny memory, because at the end of the day, we were just laughing our asses off while we're eating candy and drooling it out of our mouth because we were laughing so hard.
Some of those things were there. I feel they were obviously put in for like a joke type thing on maybe like the production end. Like, no one will ever know, so let's just throw it in as as an aha joke. But it's so obvious from the viewer. Like, come on now. Anyway, so I think it had to have been a joke, but.
See, but the
Anyway.
thing is like it wasn't obvious to me. And I'm noticing as I've gotten older, there's so many things that aren't obvious to me. Like, for example, I'm in HR, and mind you, being in HR now, I've learned a lot where I've kind of become jaded in a way where I don't trust that most people have good intentions in corporate America, as far as like employees. Not It's not all employees, obviously, but I've seen a lot of interesting stuff where people do things to take advantage of the system, and it hurts those that actually really need it. And that's what bothers me. So I can't even think of an example right now, but people that try to do things in a way to benefit themselves, but it's in a really, really bad way. There are things that I would never think of doing. Like, that's just not how my brain operates. And I've noticed that just in general from those types of things. And just even like I was talking about the Little Mermaid. I didn't notice those things until it was pointed out to me. And I wonder if I would have ever even noticed it if it wasn't pointed out to me. You know what I mean? It's just a thought. But I do want to ask maybe one more question. We have so much more we could talk about. Maybe we can talk about this, continue the conversation more, because I wanted to also talk about movies that we had no business watching as kids, but we can do that in a different episode.
We need that
But
for episode the next one, yeah, because there's
I think that's
plenty.
definitely. But so I want to ask one more question, and we'll start with you, Sherelle. What first song or album did you listen to that made you feel grown up?
I can't really think of one off the top of my head, but I do remember, I don't know if this even counts or not, but I remember we were getting lectured, and Dad was going through your guys' CDs. And I mean, of course, I listened to your guys' stuff too, right? But it was specifically Blink 182. I think it was the album with the nurse.
Yep.
Uh, and he was all like, let's see which one of these has curse words. Really, Dad? Crazy. Anyway,
We're listening to Bump and Grind and I Want to Sex You Up, and you're worried about Blink 182.
Let's not
yeah.
forget we listened to a lot of hip hop growing up, and there was lots of swears, fuck your click and your book, like we heard it all. Okay, so like, what are you talking about?
That was
Yeah.
really good.
So anyway, yeah, and I remember he skimmed through the album until he came across one particular song, and then I think in the first 30 seconds it said a curse word. I don't know what curse word, but knowing Blink, it was probably the F word. And then I remember Dad was all like, this is it. It's crazy. I had a feeling it was going to be this song too, and it was literally the first part. It's crazy how I can just know things. You guys should be listening to this. And of course, how it just is what added to our punishment. I don't know why your guys' shit added to my shit, but hey, it is what it is. So that was, I guess, maybe I felt a little adult listening to that. But
Okay.
yeah,
That's interesting, though. Did he end up breaking the CD
I
or
don't
taking it away
remember.
from us? Because I could see
I
that
don't remember.
happening. Because I remember that was that album, the Blink 182 album, the one that had "What's My Age Again," that album, and then Brandy's "Never Say Never." Those are the first two CDs that I bought ever with my own money. So yeah, I hope he didn't break it. Not that I have it now, but that'd be sad. But anyway, moving on. Toy.
Never say never. I loved sneaking listening to that album, Brandy the Goat. And Blink 182. Like we had Dude Ranch too. That was and then the Christmas album or something with the Christmas song. Do you remember that?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, we listened to a whole lot. We had a plethora of different kinds of love of different types of music. So from R&B to punk to pop rock to soul to and to jazz music,
But yeah, by some family members, we were considered square.
which is crazy. They
Which
don't know
is
our
crazy.
lives. They didn't know we are safe in these mountains, but really we weren't ever safe. Um I would say I don't know if I remember asking Santa for my Incubus album, Make Yourself, which is everybody, I mean, I don't know if everyone knows this, but everyone that knows me very well knows that they're my favorite band of all time. And Make Yourself changed my life, or I like to say saved my life, because it felt like an album that understood me and I was definitely a raging inside kid, even though the outside said something different. But I felt like that one made me feel like not only kind of more grown up, but also seen. And I would blast that all the time. My mom was like, "Why do you have to play that so loud?" I was like, "Mom, because I need to feel it in my bones," kind of thing. Like, you can't listen to music quietly. You gotta blast it. So I would say that. So shout out to Incubus. I love them so much. Love, love, love them so much. That album saved my life. But I also will say, um, this is the duality of me. I also bought Little Women, the movie soundtrack.
I remember that.
I love Thomas Newman, who's a movie composer, and I love that album. I would listen. I fondly remember driving to go pick up Candace from Lagoon, the amusement park. It was like our first jobs, and or maybe I was driving. I think.
Vroom
Go!
vroom.
Did y'all hear that?
Oh,
I'm
for
sorry. Now I'm
sure.
thinking of Speed Demon. Anyway,
Speeding on the
but I
freeway.
remember.
Gotta get a leeway.
But I remember blasting that classical music as I'm like driving in our shared car, and people were like, "Who the hell is that?" And they're like, "Latoya," and I was like, "Isn't it so beautiful?" And people were like, "What?" So yeah,
You know, I love that you still did it anyway.
I mean, I love instrumental music and classical music and stuff. So as much
I
as I love
remember when
my
we
other
used to
music,
listen to the Titanic CD all the time.
yes,
That
I was talking about
beautiful
that the other
soundtrack.
day. Oh, it's such a beautiful
Such a
soundtrack.
I would fall asleep to it. I loved it. I can't listen to My Heart Will Go On anymore, but I could listen to all the instrumental stuff.
It's so beautiful. Oh, movie soundtracks are the thing. Always have
And
been.
for those asking, why would you not listen to Celine Dion's most famous song? It's because we had to sing it for a funeral one time.
Yes.
And that was it just no.
I still
We
talk
were
about that
asked
to
to
this
sing
day.
it at a funeral. Just no. Just moving on.
Heart did
But
go on.
it, it sure did, I guess. But for me, Candace, if you're not watching, I would say the first album that really made me feel like grown was probably the Never Say Never album from Brandy. And I really, I'm totally like telling on myself. And I feel like a lot of millennials did this though. It's like one of those things where you're like thinking by the window and it's raining and you're like listening to one of the songs and you're just like, oh my gosh, that just happened to me in junior high today at school, you know? Or you're thinking about the song or no, playing it on your Walkman while you're in the car and driving and you're looking at the stars, you know? But like in junior high and high school, obviously it was all about, not all about, but you know, when you're a teenager and stuff, like who's dating who, and when you're not being picked and all that stuff, it's like, oh. And then Brandy starts singing, "Have you ever loved somebody?" It's comical a little bit, but also it made me feel like older, you know. But I love that album. It's such a good album.
It is. Did it make you want to break down and cry?
It sure did. It sure
So
did.
so bad.
And it made me feel like I was on top of the world. You dig? But
Very good album.
anyway, moving on. So I'm just going to pick one. So I saw, and I think you saw it too, Latoya, and I think I wanted to bring it up because we did Dreamgirls, but the UK, love the UK because one of my best friends is from there and I've been there and it's a beautiful country. Um, but the UK had cast a predominantly white Dreamgirls cast. And if you know anything about Dreamgirls, the only white that's in there is "Got me a Cadillac, Cadillac, Cadillac." Yeah. The only black person that was cast in that show was Curtis. And that is very telling, by the way. But so they had to cancel it. And I don't know exactly what exactly happened. I think maybe the people that own the rights found out
Yes.
about it
They pulled it.
and and so they had to cancel the show. And now the book, the score and the book now states that it has to be cast as black folks, which honestly
it's sad that it had to be done. Like, if you read the script, first of all, if you just watch Dreamgirls with Beyonce in it and stuff, come on, really? Like, what are they talking about? If they're talking about, they even say Negro in the show. You know what I'm saying? But I saw that and I just laughed. And the comments were killing me. Someone had said, they literally thought Effie was white.
Yeah. And the reason why is because Effie White is her full name. And for the
Yes,
folks who don't even
yes.
know, but yeah.
But I saw that on the internet and I was like, I was happy that the people that have the rights, that they actually did something about it. Now, I wish that more of that could happen, particularly here in Utah, but that's a story and experience for another time. So,
Yes.
but now moving on. I mean, I guess, do you guys have anything to say about that or add to that?
The only thing I'll say, y'all, that ate. When I saw that, I went, yep, that's exactly what needs to be done because that's a very black ass story and you can't whitewash it. Sorry. Not in
Sorry that we have
2026.
great music and shows, but you can't have that. Like, you can't. It's one of those shows. It's like, it's a cultural thing. You can't erase the culture in those
No,
shows. I'm sorry, you just
no.
can't.
And it was like we all, yeah. It's when I saw it and I just laughed and I went, well, I mean, let it be lesson hopefully is learned. Don't do that shit. To stop. There's plenty of shows for white folks. Why you always trying to claim and take? Stop taking. Stop trying to colonize every damn thing. That ain't yours. That's all. And I'm really proud of the people who own the rights who are like, absolutely not. We're pulling this. And this happens a lot, actually. Like, there are a lot of theater companies that, their intentions of telling these stories, but as someone says, like, intentions can lead you to hell. So, and there have been places that were like, let's do Hairspray, and it's been all white folks. And I'm like, that's very specific storytelling about racism and racial injustice and when it's not cast as it's supposed to be originally cast, the story is missed. Um, it's just really important or for folks to know if they're rolling for you, don't show up for it. Like, stop. It's that easy. There's plenty of work for our white counterpart folks. There isn't a lot for people of color. So stop doing it. Thanks.
My question, though, is for Curtis, the person that was playing Curtis. What made you feel comfortable to stay there? Because there's no way, if they would have cast that show the way they did here, I would have been like, absolutely not. There's no way I'd feel just, and mind you, I know there's a lot of, I mean, I don't know what his reasoning is, but from my personal opinion, if I were to get cast in a show like that and they cast it incorrectly, there's no way in good conscience that I would feel comfortable being in that production.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm at that place that I would feel the same way. I will also say I want to give him grace or them grace. And the reason why is because they probably don't have as much power as they wish that they had. They probably, when they accepted the role, didn't know that it was going to be cast that way because they aren't a part of the casting team, I'm assuming. And some people do feel a sense of lack. They don't feel empowered enough or power, like to make those choices for themselves. I mean, it's still at the end of the day, the person does have to eat. And also, like, I hope that from this experience that will inspire them to make different choices. Because I mean, an actor, it's especially a black actor, it's hard. It's really hard out there. So I want to give them grace because there's probably a lot of information they didn't know until it was too late.
And I can understand that, and I can agree with that. But I don't, I mean, I could be making this up. I feel like they were maybe a few weeks to opening.
Ooh.
So, which for me personally, I'm like, if that is the case, then I'm like, I just don't know how you feel comfortable being in a show like that, being that close to opening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And doing it. Like,
Lesson
I
learned.
understand accepting a role and not knowing all the information, but if you're that far in the game,
or just, I don't know. I think on day one of rehearsal, if someone's was like, I'm playing Effie White and she looks like Mary Jane from Spider-Man, I'm going to be like,
Well, which
um,
Spider-Man?
is, I'm, oh yeah, that's true. I'm talking about Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. So Kirsten Dunst, or is it Kirsten Dunst?
I think it's Kirsten. I could be wrong. Let us know, Kirsten Dunst or Kirsten Dunst.
So
Love
Ms.
you. Love your
Dunst.
work.
But yeah, no. Anyway, Sherelle, you probably don't have any thoughts on it because I know it's a theater thing. But do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah. Go, you guys. Go, team, go.
Go team, go! Love it. Well, let's move on to joy of the week. Sherelle, let's start with you.
I got another part-time job. So great for bills. Yay for surviving. So I start that this weekend.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Is it something that you like? Do you feel good about it?
Yeah, it's hair. So it's good.
Oh, good. Congrats and good luck on your first day,
Thank you.
Miss Toya.
Yeah, that I got a chance to write a little bit on the thing that I'm writing with my friend. So I felt really happy about that and got a little bit of stuff done. So that made me feel joyful, at least in my artistic world, and my card reading. That was a joy. So yeah. What about you, older sis?
I asked for a few days off today. So and it's not for an appointment. It's not for anything that I necessarily have to do. It's just to take the time off. So just a few days uh to, go into the weekend for the 4th of July or whatnot, since I have the 3rd off, since it's the 4th of July is on a weekend. But so I'm grateful for that. So that is my joy. And I'm going to tell people, take the time off. Take the time off. Don't be, what do they say, a hero? And because, mind you, I'm talking about in general, corporations don't care about you. Use the time. But that's all I have to say about that.
Because all I want to say is that they don't really care about us.
Oh my
You
gosh,
know
I
the
thought you were
truth.
gonna say, all I wanna do is zoom a zoom 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 and a boom boom.
That's
Just shake
also
your
another
butt.
song. That's also another song. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Sistas Unscripted. We want to know what songs you guys were listening to when you guys were younger that were inappropriate, that you had no business listening to at a young child's age. So let us know in our comments, our DMs, or you can send us an email at sistasunscripted@gmail.com. Also, make sure you're following us on our platforms on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok at Sistas Unscripted. So we are excited to just continue expanding this podcast and our pages, and we're just continuing to grow because of you guys. So thank you so much for being here and rocking with us.
Stay safe out there in the cyber world and the real world.
And Sistas
Out!